Anna Stewart, and today I'm going to inform you about why Scotland is awesome. First of all, something most people don't realize is that Scotland is a part of Great Britain. It's not its own country, even though it used to be. And its population is a lot higher than most people think. Most people think that not a lot of people live in Scotland. There are a lot of people there. There are big cities and countryside and just all sorts of different locations in Scotland. And one of the greatest things is the temperature in Scotland. It ranges usually on an average day between 40 degrees and 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just like a mild, nice temperature. But they also have winter. That is, I don't know if you Southerners like understand winter, but this is what it's supposed to look like. And like if you don't just fall in love with these mountains and these castles just covered in snow, you're doing it wrong. Okay, this is the Queen of England, the ruler of Great Britain. And Scotland really doesn't like her all that much. Because before England came around, they were their own country and had their own ruling system. And they're not very appreciative of the fact that England took over. And they don't care to hide that all too much either, which is really amusing to me. Okay, something you might not know is that in Scotland, the last rulers of the Scottish throne before England took over were the Stuarts. This is my way, way back family line of the rulers of Scotland. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Queen Anne of Denmark over here was the last queen of Scotland. Now, one of the greatest attractions of Scotland are the castles. This is Edinburgh Castle, which is one of the most well-known castles in Scotland. One that, when you think of Scotland, you usually think of Edinburgh because it's the capital. So this is where the rulers would rule from. But there's also Stirling Castle, which has a very, very classic castle look to it with the way it's structured and built. It's also on top of volcanic rock, so it's a really interesting and neat location. And this last castle, Craigiebar, is one of the most interesting castles I think I've ever seen because it looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Like the towers are the ones Rapunzel was locked up in. Next are the mountains, which I know there's mountains in Tennessee, but they don't look like this. Like these are, I grew up around near New Hampshire because that's where my grandparents live, and the mountains there look like this, and it's amazing the difference. Next, Scottish accents, right? Okay, like look at this. You can see the Scottish accent there, right? Yeah. And kilts. Who doesn't love a man in a skirt? I mean, come on. And what's really interesting about skirts, the kilts that a lot of people don't realize is each house has its own tartan, which is the pattern, and the one you've been seeing in the background is the Stuart tartan. And then there's the Highland Games, which a lot of people are familiar about, with tug of war and bagpipes and dancing, and the caber toss. Then there's bagpipes. And the last thing, if I have not convinced you that Scotland is amazing, just see Scotland's national animal. It is this creature